Embry Riddle inbounded, did not get a new shot clock. Hurd drives, throws an elbow at Ibrahim, nothing called. Mackey spins in the lane, looks to fade away and got fouled. Call is on Downer, first of the game for him.
Do not expect a free throw to be missed here. I'm telling you. He shot 89% last year, and he's better this year. 91%.
Wow.
He's only missed 5 all year.
That barely hit net.
Out of 58. Yeah, I know. It seems like he might have the perfect form from the line.
Oh!
Thank you. The broadcaster jinx does it again. That's an upset.
The problem is he won't miss any for the rest of the game now.
That's true.
I hope they're not critical.
Got that one out of the way.
Yeah.
Wow. Only a 6th miss out of 59 shots.
Man. Ibrahim, top of the key. Looks to drive, kicks it out to Colley. 10 on the shot clock. Colley tries to back in. Loses the ball, goes to Downer, but Downer lost it. 8 turnovers for Tampa. Four minutes to go in the half. Wow, Park just fell down, or Hurd, I should say, and was able to get the ball away in time. Long triple by Hurd, and he knocks it down, and it's back to an 11-point lead.
Ooh. That was a deep one. And just a 29% shooter on the year. Not awful, but certainly not their best.
Biggest lead of the game. Gamble backs out. 3.5 to go in the half. Ibrahim, top of the key. Bounce pass and a reach-in foul by Hurd. He complains, but you and I talked about this last game. They call that. They will always call that.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, he came, give the official credit, he walked away because he was still barking at him even after the official said, now be quiet. And he still said something to the official. I was really surprised he didn't get teed up.
This is the under 4 timeout, 3:18 to go in the half. 27-16, Embry Riddle on top of Tampa.
You know, you talked about the standings and how Tampa and Embry Riddle are tied at 3-9 with Rollins for the 8th best record in the conference. So, you know, these games are crucial. We've just started the second round in the SSC. So the game Wednesday night, in fact, I think was the first of the games in this round-robin affair, if you will. But Florida Tech at 2-9 is the only team below them. But you look at Nova Southeastern is 11-1. Lynn and Eckerd are 9-3. Florida Southern 8-3. Then Berry and St. Leo at 6-6. Palm Beach Atlantic at 5-7. So again, you don't want to fall any further down, and you got to win your games on your home floor.
Well, the next 5 games, including this one for Tampa, are against teams in the second half of the standings, bottom half of the standings. So
you better win those.
You're going to do it. This is your chance. Of those 5 games, only 2 home games, 3 on the road. The road hasn't been all that nice to the Spartans.
No, they're 2-4 away from home as far as away games, 2-2 on neutral court. So if you consider that, 4-6 away from home, but only 500 at home, 5-5. Again, you got to win your home games.
And I would bet of that 5-5 record, about 3 of them may have been early non-conference games.
Probably so.
Bellamy knocks them both down.
Nice.
27-18.
You know, he started out really shooting the free throws poorly. This might get him up close to 50%, but he's been under 50 and by a wide margin for a while.
That one's going to be over and back. Spartans will get the ball. Gamble will inbound. Finds Colley. Spartans have played at 8 players this half, but have mostly stuck with their starters. Gamble outside the arc, closely guarded. Finds Ibrahim, 8 on the shot clock. To the corner, Bellarmine has to take the 3. Just hits the front of the rim. Not a good three-point shooter, but boy, they left him so wide open, you had to give it a shot. Hurd, he likes to shoot that one.
And he flashes the 3 sign to the crowd as he goes the other way. Largest lead right here.
And Gamble has to hit his hand and go out of bounds. Just some communication errors, it seems like, on a lot of these turnovers. Or execution.
Yeah, and Jamil Hornsby's going to come in for Ibrahim. Freddie's played some really good basketball, as being asked to play well in the absence of some of those injured players, but today has not been his best day. 2 points, 3 boards, 3 turnovers in 18 minutes.
But, he started for 2 years. He's got a lot of experience.
He does. Started about half the games this year. And he's done that really his whole career. Like you say, started for 2 years. It's been about a 50-50 proposition coming off the bench and starting.
Top of the key. On the drive. Downer swats it out of the way. Embry Riddle keeps possession. Shot clock still ticking down in the lane, but Park hits the jumper, and it's 32-18. So about a 7-0 run here. Spartans are on one of those droughts again. No field goals the last 5 minutes.
And
Holly, that one's just strong.
And Embry Riddle's made 5 of their last 6 shots. So that's why it's a 14-point deficit for Tampa right now.
Off the rim, no good. Into the hands of Bellarmine.
Long way to go. We saw the women's team from Embry Riddle overcome an 18-point deficit and take the lead in the final minute of the women's game before it ended going to overtime. But Tampa's going to have to do the same kind of thing, regroup, and come back out in the second half.
Yep. Bellarmine to the corner. Looks to drive. Nowhere to go. Somehow Downer gets it. Turns in the lane. Jump hook's too short. That's just practice on that one. Under a minute, 40 seconds to go in the half. Tampa needs a bucket to get to 20 points. Jenkins. Long shot outside by Mackey, and he knocks it down, and it's a 17-point lead. 20 seconds to go, 35-18. Embry Riddle on top. 13 points for Mackey in the half. 10 now on the clock. Spartans going to play for the last shot. Gamble with the pick. Colley gets it. Colley shoots. Misses badly. Going to bounce out of bounds, and that'll be the half. Tough half for the Spartans. They headed down to 24-18. Now trail 35-18. Leading the way for Tampa is Anthony Gamble. 11 points, 3 of 6 shooting, 4 of 4 from the line. On the other side is Mackey. Nashad Mackey with 13 points on 4 of 7. 2 of 3 from the three-point line, and 3 of 4 on field goals. Spartans have 9 turnovers, and they have been out-rebounded in this game, 20-13. So it's been a tough half for the Spartans. They're going to have to try to rally to get back in this one. We'll take a timeout and come back just before the start of the second half. 35-18, Embry Riddle leads Tampa at half on the Sunshine State Digital Network. Well, both teams are back on the court. We get ready for the start of the second half. Embry Riddle leading Tampa 35-18 at halftime at this men's Sunshine State Conference basketball game here in Tampa. Tampa is just really struggling today, just 5 of 21 from the floor. Embry Riddle 13 of 29. Other numbers for Tampa, they are just 1 of 9 from 3 points. Positive, 7 of 9 on the free throw lines. Total of 13 rebounds, 2 offensive, 1 defensive. Only 2 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 9 turnovers in the game for Tampa. The leading scorer for Tampa is Anthony Gamble with 11 of their 18. Freddie Ibrahim with 2. Marco Downer with 3. And Cedric Bellarmine with 2. On the other side, Embry Riddle is shooting 13 of 29. They're 5 of 12 from three-point line. 4 of 8 from the free throw line. They have 6 offensive rebounds, 14 defensive for a total of 20. They have 6 assists, 6 steals, 1 block, 5 turnovers. Their leading scorer is Nashad Mackey with 13. Tylen Lockett-Fuller with 6. Alston Jones with 2. Chris Murray with 2. David Park with 2. Joshua Hawkins with 4. And Nick Hurd with 6. About a minute to go till we start the second half. Spartans will be on the road on Wednesday as they travel to Palm Beach Atlantic. We mentioned that this is a big game for the Spartans. The next 5 are big games, counting this one, because the Spartans, sitting at 3-9, are tied for 8th in the Sunshine State Conference, and 8 teams qualify for the conference tournament. Nova Southeastern leading the league at 11-1, 17-1 overall. Then it's Lynn and Eckerd at 9-3. Florida Southern is at 8-3. Berry 6-6 along with St. Leo. Then Palm Beach Atlantic, Spartans' next opponent, at 5-7, as that starts the second division teams. Rollins, Tampa, Embry Riddle at 3-9, and Florida Tech at 2-9. But the Spartans have been cold, shooting under 25%, 5 of 21 right now. Just 11% on three-point shots. So it's been a struggle. Spartans went down early, actually cut it to 26-18, but have given up 9 consecutive points since that time, and now trail by 17.
Got a little work to do, don't they, Jack?
You know, kind of got it back within fighting distance, and you thought if they could make the stop, come back, get the bucket, be manageable, but didn't happen. Tyler Wilson will start the second half for Tampa, along with Devon Colley, Freddie Ibrahim, Cedric Bellarmine, and Anthony Gamble.
Wilson didn't play a second in the first half.
No, but he picks up a foul in the first 12 seconds of the second half.
You're right. I know where you were going to go with your statement. He has been playing more lately, and he's played pretty well in a couple of the last games. So, it's not a bad thing. And I also think Coach Richard Schmidt is sending a message.
Yeah. He hasn't gotten a lot of good play out of Ibrahim or Hornsby. And that's Wilson with the ball. Known as a good shooter and a hard worker, needs work on his defense.
Well, offense has been a problem so far.
Wilson missing that little runner. And we head down the other end. That's a double-double for Mackey.
Yeah, just that fast.
Wow.
Just over halftime.
Got that with the rebound. Nestrojevic, little left-handed hook, and it's 37-18. That's Wilson holding the ball, finds Bellarmine. And he tries to drive, loses control of the ball, gives it up. Jenkins on the pass to the corner. Nestrojevic. Jenkins launching a 3, off the rim, no good. And Wilson with the board. Ibrahim wide open, looks good, does fall. I like it when they line it up right in front of us. I can sort of make the call in advance.
You can tell he's on line at the very least, right?
Yep. 37-21. That's Ibrahim's first points of the game. Or take that back. He has 5 now. Mastorovic answers at the other end, though. 39-21.
Found himself wide open inside, and Tyler Wilson turned around and looked. Was he mine? Was I supposed to be guarding him?
Actually, shouldn't be. Wilson missing that 3. Pass to Mastorovic. Jumper missed. Rebound Bellarmine. Ibrahim on the bounce. Tries to bounce it inside. Does get it to Bellarmine. He's blocked but fouled by Mastorovic.
We talked earlier about the 6-game losing streak for Tampa right here, and they've really been in almost every one of those games until Wednesday night. Florida Southern wins by 17, and really the game wasn't that close. And again today, they fall behind. They're down 18 now, trailed by as many as 19. And it really, what you have to do now is try to dig deep as a player and say, hey, look, I know we're shorthanded, but this is a game that we need to be able to compete in if we're going to be in the conference tournament.
A couple weeks ago, the Spartans got down early. Was it last Saturday? And came back and almost won it with some reserves.
Oh, yeah.
Getting some big playing time.
That was Lynn, wasn't it? I could be wrong.
Lynn, yeah. Spartans are the kind of team that normally starts well, and then it's can they hold on. The last few games, there's a nice drive by Jones.
Yeah, Lynn was ranked 17th in the country, and the Spartans came back with basically a couple of walk-ons and I think 2 reserves that didn't see a whole lot of playing time, and they only lost 85-81. I mean, they almost pulled it out.
Another turnover, though. Double digits on the turnovers. Spartans had 7 turnovers at the half. They have 4 in 3 minutes in this half.
Richard Schmidt has seen a lot of winning basketball through the years, but right now this isn't it.
Inside Ibrahim, and he lays it in.
That was a nice play, though. They'll take that, and more of that, please.
Yeah. Hornsby back in the lineup. Chasing Jones across the timeline. Finally, they call Hornsby. He just kept reaching, trying to, grabbing at the waist of Jones. Jones kept slapping him away, and finally the referee said, I see you.
Yeah.
And I agree with you. But Hornsby just trying to really get in the face of Jones here and pester him. Might fluster Jones. We'll see. Maybe that's the goal. Reach from behind. Jones off the glass. No good. Tipped into Ibrahim's hands. Quickly to Hornsby. He's got Gamble at the 3-point line. Tries to find him. Gives it to Downer. He tries to go up for the dunk. Couldn't complete it. And on the break, Jones looks. Goes up. Blocked by Gamble. Nothing called. They go the other way. He kicks it out. Wilson for doesn't shoot. Drives the lane off the drive. Got fouled. Little raggedy out there, but he'll go to the free throw line. Foul was called on Rocket Fuller. That's his 3rd, so he's going to go out. There is a under 16 timeout now. 41-25, 15:57 to go. Second half right here on TampaSpartans.tv.
Embassy Suites Downtown is one of the sponsors of UT Basketball, connected via Skybridge to the Tampa Convention Center. Embassy Suites offers a convenient location close to dining and entertainment in downtown Tampa. Located just a few blocks from campus, come stay in luxury at 513 South Florida Avenue in Tampa. And Walter's Press Box on Southdale Mabry is Tampa's original sports emporium and eatery, serving for more than 20 years. The Press Box is Tampa's favorite place to watch the big game. The big game. Get
Coming
it?
Up tomorrow?
There's a big game tomorrow. It's the Press Box, located at 222 Southdale Mabry. We say that all year round, all season, but tomorrow there is a big game.
The biggest game of the United States.
Yeah, it'd be just super to watch that. It would just really be super.
Get a bowl of soup.
Yeah, super. Have some soup and watch that super game that'll be on.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't either. I'm just going to watch commercials.
Tyler Wilson will go to the line, shooting 2. He's one of those walk-ons we mentioned, who's played well as of recent.
Yeah, he had a 14-point game against Lynn in that game where we're talking about, the big comeback. And then he had 11 points the next game at Eckerd. So, I mean, again, back-to-back games, you can see some of that athletic ability and some of the offensive ability that he has.
He's just a sophomore, 6'4", 185, from Raleigh, North Carolina. First free throw off the front of the rim, though, and he's still not on the scoreboard. Knocks that one down.
Full court pressure. Yeah, here we go.
See what happens. Jenkins over the timeline. He had a 29-point game last game. He's averaging 14.5 over his last 2 games. Ooh. Counting this one.
I can do that math. I know what you're saying.
He's looking to
or not
correct that.
Not saying.
Murray on Downer, ducks the shoulder, gives it back out. Nowhere to go. 2 on the shot clock, 1 on the shot clock, and I think they're waving it off. They are, yes.
Yep. Well, Steve Ritter is a little upset. He knew his players didn't know right until the very last second that the time was gone.
Too late.
Yeah. Steve Ritter's, I'm sorry, I mentioned earlier, Steve Ritter's won 693 games, 281 losses in his career, much of that in the NAIA. Last 3 seasons, 16-10, 16-10, and then 11-17 last season. So, again, 10-13 this year. They're trying to bounce back and end this season on a little bit of a flurry.
Downer can't do it. Wilson finally on the rebound. One thing Downer's done the last 2 times down that he needs to not do is he gets a pass about a foot or 2 from the basket, he dribbles.
Yeah. When you're 6'9",
just keep it up high. Don't put it down where the little guys can reach it.
That last game against Florida Southern, 8 points. He was dunking. He was looking to be very aggressive. It seems a little passive today as far as the moves at the basket.
Jumper in and out. Wilson rebounds.
And there's nobody as tall as him out there on the floor. I guess Mastorovic is 6'9" as well, but he's not in.
Ibrahim drives. Downer puts it up and in and got fouled.
And there's that dunk.
That time, and not only that, but he just went straight up off the rebound.
Right. That's what the young guy's got to do.
He's just got to be mean. Yeah. You get in my way, you'll pay the price.
He's averaging 2.2 blocked shots per game.
I think he's got about 2 of those today. Free throw missed. Lead is 11.
Yeah, he had 2 blocks at halftime.
So he needs a .2 to get his average. That'll be just like deflected out the finger.
You just glare at him.
Yeah.
And if he misses, then you get it.
And there's a good play by Downer. He was guarding Nastorovic, fronting him, and the pass, they tried to lob it over Downer. He deflected it, and Nastorovic pushed him out of the way. That's his 4th.
Exactly. I was just going to mention that, so he's going to have to sit down. He's only played 11 minutes today.
And he only has 4 points.
And he averages almost 15. So that's a big loss for Embry Riddle if Tampa can just start to make a run right now.
Yep.
You know, you score here, it's a single-digit deficit. Start to put a little pressure on. It's all been pretty easy for the Eagles so far.
Yep. Campbell drives, scores. They make it hard to look at a 3, so he's giving you that little ball fake and then going. 41-32. Wilson guarding Jones. Wilson drives, deflected up into the air, knocked away by Downer, retaining possession, Embry Riddle, but 3rd block for Downer. Got his average and then some.
I'll say.
Little weave, top of the key, 3 on the way, no good. Downer boards.
Basket here makes it interesting.
Wilson looks at the three. It's on the way. It's slides off the rim. I think Hornsby maybe needs to be a little bit selfish on that one. I think he had the lane.
Yep. And that's a tough foul. I mean, it is the correct call. Chris Murray had fallen down on the court, and Downer tripped over him and fell. I mean, they called the foul. A lot of times, I think they just kind of let that go.
Yeah.
Because it's away from the ball. Doesn't really factor in the play. And Chris Murray's over talking to Coach, and he just put both hands up. Again, looking like that emoji that you may have seen with his hands up in the air. Like, what? What was that?
Inbound to Gamble. Fresh shot clock, so no urgency.
You mentioned Hornsby you didn't look to shoot. He has not scored a point all season.
Wilson, he's got to knock one of these down. Thank you.
And this is big. It's a two-possession game here with a lot of time left.
Down to 6. He's had some good looks. They just haven't fallen. That one finally does. And a timeout call by Steve Ritter. Lead has been cut to 41-35, 12:32 to go in regulation. Tampa trailing Embry-Riddle right here on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
The Barnes & Noble Bookstore has all of your needs in one spot. Stop by and grab the latest UT gear, snacks on the run, as well as thousands of accessories for everyday needs. Open Monday through Saturday, located on the first floor of the Vaughn Center, or you can shop online at utampa.bncollege.com. BN is in Barnes & Noble. utampa.bncollege.com. The official chariot of the Spartans is Mart's First Class Coach. If you need to charter a bus, go online to martsfirst.com. That's Mart's, M-A-R-T-Z, First, F-I-R-S-T.com. And Crown Plaza offers business travelers high levels of comfort, service, and amenities. Visit Crown Plaza Hotels and Resorts. Crown Plaza, the place to meet. Well, quite a nice run here by Tampa.
Yes. What does it say there?
12-0 run over the last 4:16. And again, Embry-Riddle has missed its last 6 shots and has gone almost 5 minutes without scoring.
Biggest lead of the game was Embry-Riddle up by 19 with 19:08 to go in this half. Fadeaway jumper, nice job by Lockett Fuller to get that bucket to fall. Lead back to 8.
Seems very similar to the women's game.
Yeah.
You know, in the down 18 points, Embry-Riddle came back and ended up taking the lead in the final minute. Here, Tampa was down by 19, came back, got to within 6.
Abraham, deep water, no. I still think Hornsby's got to take it down the lane and maybe get one of those up in the air. Deep, Hurd, off the rim, fighting for it, controlled by Mackey. Driving the lane. Spartans try to deflect it. They do. And Downer rebounds. He lost it. And Hurd gets it back. Frustrating sequence there for Tampa. Hurd, top of the key, looks to drive, feeds back out. Downer high to block that one.
Wow.
It's one thing he has a knack for is blocking shots.
Wow, and he caught that in traffic.
And got fouled.
That was a great sequence at both ends by Marco Downer. He was running the floor full speed and caught that ball that was just threaded like a needle. And he'll shoot free throws. That was big. Tampa, by the way, with only 2 fouls here in this half. And the rest of the way, they're shooting free throws because Embry-Riddle has 6 fouls as a team. So Tampa will be in the 1-1 next time.
This is the under 12 timeout. And Scott, I was mentioning that next Saturday is a big game, not only for Tampa, but for fans who come to the game. On that day, Tampa men's basketball team plays Florida Tech. It's at 4 o'clock. UT will be hosting the Children's Cancer Center, and any kids who have had any form of cancer invited to attend the game for free. And my daughter Devin, a brain cancer survivor, will be giving a little speech at halftime.
That'll be great.
And not only that, but they've also got it with the American Cancer Society, different from the Children's Cancer Center, has now got a 3-point thing going on between now and the end of the season. If you go on the UT website, tampaspartans.com, and find the link, and if you pledge money for every 3-pointer the Spartans make between now and the end of the season, you then make a donation after that. You have to sign up.
Okay.
And typically, you pledge $1. They'll probably make 40 to 50 threes in that time. It's 9 games.
Okay.
Today they are be a $3 game right now.
Yeah, 3 of 14. Yeah.
Yeah. But they're ready to do that.
Yeah, that would be terrific, and for a great cause. Obviously, the cancer has touched everybody in this country, it seems like.
People sitting near me.
Yes, that would be moi, as a matter of fact.
People I'm going home to.
And that too, yes.
Downer missing the first free throw. And I also have to add the Spartans men's and women's basketball team just go above and beyond for my daughter Devin. Downer bounces that around a few times, it pinballed, and finally goes in. Backcourt pressure. Lead is 7 for Embry Riddle. They hustle down court. Outside, Hurd launching a 3 off the rim, off the shot clock, and technically out of bounds there.
There's no question. You talk about Hornsby being a pass-first guy. Nick Hurd is a shooter.
Shoot first.
He is shooting. He's in the catching and shooting motion as the ball's crossing half court.
His arm is cocked, waiting to receive the pass.
It's get it to me, I'm ready.
Ibrahim looks, bounces inside to Downer, loses the ball, falls to the floor, and I think we've got
I think they called timeout. Yeah.
They do call a timeout with 10:49 left in the half, and the lead 43-36.
Well, and that's actually not a bad timeout right there, because they end up stealing the possession from Tampa. Tampa had the ball. They had managed to corral that ball as it became loose on the entry pass. But again, now it's a 7-point game, and there's over half of this second half to go. A lot of time, it's a ball game. And so even though Tampa just did not look good at all for the first half in particular, but even the start of the second half, they're starting to play with some enthusiasm at both ends of the floor.
When I talked to Justin Pekka at halftime of the women's game, and I said, what's the team's attitude? They had six-game losing streak, and I said they hustle, but they just don't have it at the end. He goes, we're just not deep, and we do get tired, and it hurts us. And he said, but if you came to a practice, you wouldn't be able to tell if we were on a 6-game winning streak or losing streak. They're just ready to play and upbeat.
No, that's good.
They break the press and set up the offense. Elijah Jenkins, 29-point game the day before, a couple days before, has not scored today. Foul on Downer. That'll put Mackey to the free throw line. He has 13. They've done a nice job on Mackey, though. He has not scored this half.
Mackey scored a career-high 28 points last year against Rollins College, and his season high this year is 26 points against Lee of Tennessee.
First free throw off the front of the rim.
But that best game that we talked about was against Rollins this year. 24 points, 20 rebounds. 20 rebounds.
Missed them both. Still hasn't scored. And the lead is still 7. Wilson guarded by Park. Gamble, quick to get it. Oh, won't go. Goes out of bounds. That's his shot. He's knocked him down with regularity during this season.
It's just stunning that Mackey, in 55 free throw attempts, had only missed 5 all year. He's missed 3 today. 3 out of 6.
Yeah.
That's incredible. That's the biggest shocker of the day. 91% free throw shooter coming into the game.
There's a travel. Caught the ball and then just took a few steps to right himself. So the Spartans get it back. Third turnover this half on Embry Riddle, 8 for the game. Wilson for 3, no. You got to hit that with regularity though too.
Yep.
Keep your spot on the floor.
Richard Schmidt sits back in his chair and just looks to the skies, looks to the heavens.
Park. Almost looks like a mismatch. Downer on him. Embry Riddle's not tall when Mastorovich is not in the lineup. Downer with the block. That's 5. Hart gets his own shot. Plows in. Who did he hit? Bellarmine? Yeah. 2 players go crashing to the floor, but it'll be a foul on Park, and that would be adding injury to insult. Because he's hobbling a little bit. Mastorovich coming back onto the court.
Now that should be his 5th block shot.
Sounds correct. Backcourt pressure. Devon Colley back in the lineup.
Well, they only have him down for 4 officials.
But he had 3 at half? Or 2 at half?
Yeah.
We called 3 this half.
Yes, we have.
It's a big possession. It's been quiet for both teams.
And, you hit a 3 here, and it's a 4-point game. I mean, you're right in it.
Bellarmine, corner, no good. Downer tried to go over the back of Jenkins. They didn't call anything, and Embry Riddle gets the rebound anyway. Hurd this time passes up the opportunity.
A 13-2 run over the last 8 minutes.
Wow.
For Tampa, getting him back in the game.
To the floor it goes out of bounds. It should be Tampa's ball. It is. 8:32 to go in the game. Embry Riddle saying Tampa touched it. Referees do not agree.
Gamble back in the game, we see. He and Mackey leading the way for their respective teams with 13 points. But neither team has scored.
Gamble had 11 at half. Mackey had 13, so neither one's done.
I think it's since Christmas neither team has scored. Feels like it.
Ibrahim on the drive, off the glass, won't go. Rebound Hurd. And Jenkins trots it across. Eight minutes to go. Gamble and Mastorovich mixing it up a little inside. And Gamble just took one to the chin. And that's the call? Yeah. Mastorovich with the call, and that is 4?
I think it's his
That's 5. That's 5.
He's gone.
He's done. Really didn't need to throw that one, but he did. I mean, it was obvious. They cleared out the lane for him as he tried to position. And he slapped Anthony in the jaw.
He only has 4 points on the day, which is about 11 under his average. Yeah. So, a nice job of the Spartans, for the Spartans.
But now they've got to make some moves here.
Yep.
Biggest player for Embry Riddle out. 43-36, 7:52 to go on the Sunshine State Digital Network.
Did you know that our team has its own official orthopedic physicians? Let's give a big shout out to Dr. Seth Gasser and the Florida Orthopedic Institute and their sports medicine team for keeping our players safe and providing athletic training services and medical care to UT student athletes.
So the shooting lows still continue for both teams. Tampa, the hottest team this half at 6 for 18. Embry Riddle, 4 of 19.
I'm going back. I have got to see here when the last basket was scored.
All I see on our current trends is scoring drought, scoring drought, scoring drought.
Yes, there's a scoring drought. 43-36 was at the 11-19 mark.
So
no, that was a made free throw by Downer. So that's when it went to 43-36.
Okay, that was a free throw.
Yeah, at 11-19. There was a made layup by Lockett Fuller at 12:28, and Tampa had a made 3 at 12:46. So it's been
5 minutes.
5 minutes since Tampa's made a field goal.
Yet they're still within 7.
Yes, they are.
Gamble loses the ball. He dives for it, gets it, calls timeout, and they give it to him. Again, these passes just aren't quite connecting. And then there's a scramble for the ball or a turnover. This time, Gamble was able to dive for it and get the timeout.
And I believe Tampa's down to just one timeout, as is Embry Riddle, actually. I think they're both at one timeout. Well, still a long way to go, but neither team able to put the ball in the basket right now. Embry Riddle.
That is it for timeouts for Tampa, according to this, and one for Embry Riddle.
Okay.
But you know, with this 7:38 to go in a fairly close game, that kind of sets up some interesting strategies.
Yeah, it does.
How do you coach? This is where coaching, this is where you get paid the money.
Yeah. Yeah, you are correct. We're seeing no timeouts for Tampa, while Embry Riddle has one remaining. Scoreboard shows one remaining, but that is incorrect. I think it's down to 0.
Wilson open, and he knocks it down. Got to hit him when they leave you open. 43-39. Wilson now with 9. Drive down the lane. Downer redirects the shot. Tipped around. Embry Riddle has the board. Mackey puts it up and in and got fouled.
Huge offensive rebound by Mackey. Put back, foul. That whole sequence right there. So frustrating because you just got back within 4.
Downer altering the shot. But then Embry Riddle got the rebound. The foul is on Downer, his 3rd. And to the line goes Mackey with his 15 points. 16.
I mentioned the 20 rebound game. That was actually last year against Rollins, 20 rebounds. He's had a season-high 15 rebound game this year at West Georgia, but he's only 2 rebounds away from that, still with 7 minutes remaining.
And again, you got to just value that ball.
Gamble, I think, injured himself, turned an ankle perhaps. He's grimacing over here.
And Collie. Well, I noticed when Gamble went to the sideline, he had like a roller and was rolling it on his calf, like he might have cramped up. And those are no fun.
No fun.
No matter what you do.
Back to within 4, huh?
Yeah. Collie been quiet today. That's his first bucket of the game. Big time bucket though, as it is.
Yes, it is.
Bounce pass inside. Mackey, top of the key. Going to pump and blocked by Downer. And taking control is Ibrahim. 6 minutes to go. Tampa down just 4. Outside to Wilson. Drives the lane. Stripped. Downer gets it. Back to Ibrahim. 20 on the shot clock. Still time. Collie to Gamble. What can he do? On the bad wheel, puts up a shot, falls short. Embry Riddle with the ball.
Well, Downer just blocked another shot. Would it be his 6th? He still has 4, according to the stats monitor.
Maybe they haven't updated it yet.
Yeah, I don't think they got it. I think they might have missed it.
Rattles in and out. Embry Riddle regains it. Jenkins for 3. On the board.
Man.
He'd been scoreless to this point, but that's a big one, making it 49-42. Spartans have been hurt by offensive rebounds. They've been out-rebounded there 9-5. Wilson, no good.
Well, no matter what number of block shots Downer ends up with in this game, whether it's the 6 that we believe he has or 4 that the stats monitor shows, he has been a presence. They have stayed away from him. Anytime he's around the basket, they are not attacking the rim, or they're pulling up and shooting the jumper where they did there.
Fadeaway jumper ups it to 9.
Needs to be a little bit of a sense of urgency now.
It's Hawkins knocking that one down. Got it within 4. have given up 5. Colley fouled on the way in.
This is really strange. I mean, I know we don't have a lot of scoring in this game, but we have only 2 players that have scored in double figures. One on each team,
right? Yeah.
And with 4 minutes and 20 seconds left, that's not usually the case.
Colley hits the first. He has 4. He had 21, a career high, the last game Wednesday night.
They got them both. And by the way, that was the 9th team foul, so the Spartans are shooting 2 free throws the rest of the way on any foul, on any whistle.
They just dodge away from Ibrahim. In the lane, puts it up. Nice floater by Hawkins. He's come back in the last couple times down the court and changed the pace of this game. 4 minutes to go. To the corner to Wilson. Colley looking, finds Gamble. 7 on the shot clock. Somebody needs to do something. Colley, double dribbles, yeah, he did, double dribble. And that will lead us to the under 4 timeout with 3:41 to go. Tampa trails Embry Riddle 53-44.
Well, 3 of the regulars not in the lineup, as we've talked about, due to injuries. And Tyler Wilson, a walk-on, is still trying to find his way around the floor. That time, Richard Schmidt literally was standing and walked down to the corner and told Tyler Wilson, get over here and stand right here. And so I think whether he doesn't understand all the plays at this point, again, this is his sophomore season, but he didn't play a lot last year. He had, 8 total points in 8 games played. Didn't get a lot of court time. And he's still just starting to get a little bit more court time. So Tyler Wilson shows some athletic ability and some offensive moves, but also you got to know the plays. And it seemed to me in that sequence, Richard Schmidt twice had to tell him to come over here and stand in the corner next to me.
That's just one of the things about some players get it, some players have to learn it.
Yeah, right.
And you can go through a timeout, and they could talk specifically to you, and then you go out on the floor and say, what am I doing? Yeah,
where do I line up on this? Yeah.
Did he tell me to get the ball and shoot? No, he told you to stand over here.
Yeah.
Oh, he did?
Not picking on just him. We're just saying, it happens out there that some players totally have a great sense of where they're supposed to be, and others have to learn it over time.
I guarantee you it's frustrating as a coach.
Oh, yeah.
Downer with a block, his 7th.
That is 7 by our count. And if you go back and check him, that's got to be 7 blocks.
Gamble? Oh, why did he pass that up? Almost threw it away. Colley bounces it inside to Wilson, has it taken away. He gets it back, goes up, blocked, and Embry Riddle gets the ball out of a sequence that should have resulted in Spartan points. Under 3 minutes now, and the lead is still 9. Spartans, men and women, on the road next Wednesday at Palm Beach Atlantic. We're home here against Florida Tech next Saturday at 2 and 4. Gamble looks to drive. Little Euro stepping in. Lead is 7. Need a stop. Turnover would help.
Full court pressure. Let's see if they can get it. Yeah, he's going to get it across the timeline with 1 second to spare.
I haven't seen a 10-second call in a long time. Backcourt violation. Nice drive. Downer with his 8th block of the game.
And officially, they're going to say his 6th. So that is a career high no matter what happens here. But, yes, he has 8 block shots today.
We'll go talk to him after the game's over.
I am certain he has 8
We
blocks.
both agreed.
Yeah.
Foul on Downer. He kept his feet on the ground, hands in the air, but leaned in.
And that's his fourth foul, but again, with only 2:04 left, you got to leave him in. And
you know, the fact that Marco Downer at this point in the season is getting 23 minutes of playing time is good.
Yeah.
I mean, that means they trust him on the court. He's doing good things. He's still raw.
He has a career high in rebounds here today with 8 rebounds.
First free throw bounces away. Embry Riddle is under 50% from the line today. 5 of 12. That one goes. John Whitaker getting ready to come in with 2 minutes.
Whitaker, 2 for 5 from three-point range. So if you're thinking a three-point shot here,
Possibly, yeah, he's in for Downer.
thinking. Yeah, it's an 8-point game, so you're going to have to hit a couple of threes probably to.
Whitaker is a senior from Fairfax, Virginia. Urgency in the offense.
Well, there's very little urgency in the offense right now.
Ibrahim, no good. Rebound, Hawkins. You know, a good shot necessary by Ibrahim, but get into this play. You need points. Downer getting ready to check back in. I think he got bumped on the hip or something, and they just wanted to make sure he was okay. 1:15 to go. Jones outside, finds Jenkins. 3 on the shot clock. Jenkins shoots, blocked by Whitaker. Over to Ibrahim. Ibrahim on the drive, goes up, lays it in. Down to 5. I'll make that 6 with a minute to go. Get a stop here. Steal would be even better. Try not to foul. Because it's a 2%. Well, they foul. Yes, they wanted to stop the clock.
Yeah, but it only makes the 6th foul, so they're going to have to inbound.
All right, so okay.
But bottom line is, you might have a shot now to steal the inbound
yes.
foul.
Yeah, you caught that. I didn't look up at the fouls.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
Okay, that's why we're tag team.
Yep. Time running short. They're going to have to start. They're probably going to have to foul anyway.
And he does. Well, that has not been Embry Riddle's strength today, is the fouls. Wilson, talking to the referee, does have a point on that inbound pass. He got pushed by Jones. Jones pushed him away, then went in the backcourt. It was a no call. Won't be called all that often. Jones, his first free throws of the day, and he missed it. And the rebound to Gamble. Still Rife. To Ibrahim. Into the front court, 45 seconds to go. They definitely need some urgency here. Ibrahim on the drive. Back to the corner. Whitaker bumped. 34. And Colley hits the 3.
32 seconds left. There's still time.
That's Jenkins. Nowhere to go but the basket. He puts it up and in. That might be the dagger there. Gamble. He's going to drive, puts it up, short. 20 seconds to go. Embry Riddle gets it, and Wilson with the foul. Gamble just left it a little too short. That would have got it back down to a 3-point game. It stays 5, and Embry Riddle's Mackey will shoot at the other end.
Well, the 91% free throw shooter on the year
today
has missed 3 today. He's 4 of 7 from the line.
So ideal in the present.
Yep. By the way, this will be Tampa's season low as far as points scored.
Hit that one. Well, they had 18 at half.
Unless, by chance, they could get it to overtime.
Even tougher now that it's a 7-point difference with 20 seconds.
They scored 59 against Eckerd in St. Pete back on the 23rd of January.
Fouled and almost hit the 3. But he's going to go to the line to shoot 3. .74% free throw shooter.
Steve Ritter is telling the official that he pump faked and then leaned over in there to get the foul, to draw the foul.
He leaned in, not into the player, but he leaned in toward the rim.
Yeah, Steve Ritter said he was fading to his right and into the player. So
no,
we all see it a little different. But Steve Ritter's not going to have anything to complain about here at the end of the day, it would appear.
Colley 2 for 2.
But no matter what, you cannot foul a guy shooting a three-pointer with 15 seconds left when you are up by 7.
Because had he made it, and it was close.
Yeah.
Rattles that one home, but did they get Whitaker for being in too soon? Yes.
Wow.
Whitaker was not even on the line. He was coming from the top of the key.
Well, and that's it. You have to be set in position before the free throw is attempted. And
so timeout is called by Tampa, I believe, or did they call a foul on the inbound, or what? Well, I'm not sure what the referee's doing over there.
I think at this point you may have had the last timeout by Embry Riddle, but I could be wrong.
I think that's what it is. So with 15 seconds to go, Bellarmine checking back in. So they want a defensive stop if possible.
Well, 16 rebounds for Mackey today. That's a season high. In his career high, the 20 he got last year against Rollins. But a nice 18-point, 16 rebound game for Mackey. That's pretty solid.
Yes.
And Colley, who had not scored, I think, for a halftime. If I'm not
had
mistaken,
nothing at half.
Has 10, so he is into double figures. But Gamble leading the way with 15 points, 8 rebounds. The unofficial 8 block shots by Downer, obviously a career high, and the 8 rebounds is a career high for Downer.
They're going deep for the touchdown. They get it. And now driving the lane, the Spartans looking to foul, and Ibrahim says, you got to call it when I first foul him, not 5 seconds later. They went with the home run pass, but settled to catch it on the 5. Well, there's mixing metaphors, right?
Mm-hmm.
Home run pass.
Home run pass.
Goes out of bounds on the 5.
Yeah. And we're playing basketball. You've touched them all.
The 3 major sports.
Yep, just don't have any icing out there.
There was no open net, though.
That would be the icing
time
on the cake. Icing. Well, with only 2 seconds left, you need a couple of threes. So this free throw, if he makes it, obviously you can't tie it up.
All right, they need to shoot right now. And he hit it.
Now you steal the inbounds and hit a 3.
That's the game plan. That's the strategy.
That gets you to overtime.
3, 4. They got a foul on Colley.
Yeah.
It was getting late in the count, too.
It was, and unfortunately, I mean, it's going to be 2 free throws at the other end. All he has to do is hit 1. You had to steal it and hit a 3.
But they fouled him, Colley fouling before they even inbounded.
So all you can hope for now is that he misses both, and you grab the rebound and knock it down from the half court, basically. That's almost all the time you're going to have.
Yep. Well, let's see if the first end of this works. He missed it, but it's a 2-shot foul.
Yep. Hawkins is... I'm just looking here. Oh, there it is. Okay, sorry. 83% shooter on the year, so you don't really expect him to miss 2, do you?
Yep, they're 9 of 19 today.
If he misses, they still have a shot at a 3.
No, went down. Got to foul the 3-point shooter. Foul him. And Freddie almost banked it in, but would have just made it a 1-point game at the end. I tell you what, though, Mackey closed, but he knew, do not foul. He quickly dove away. And Embry Riddle holds on for a 60-56 win over the Tampa Spartans. Scoring for today, leading the way was Anthony Gamble with 15 for Tampa. Devon Colley, 13 in the second half, finishing with 13. Freddie Ibrahim with 9. Marco Downer with 6. Tyler Wilson with 9. Cedric Bellarmine with 4. The Spartans shooting just 17 of 50 today. That's 34%. Spartans cut the turnovers down. It's only 14, but had some critical ones in the first half when they fell behind. On the other side, it is Mackey with 18 points to lead Embry-Riddle. 13 for Hawkins, the 2 double-digit scores. Rocket Fuller with 8. Jones with 4. Jenkins with 2. Nastorovic fouling out with only 4 points. Murray had 3. Park had 2. And Hurd had 6. They were 22 of 60, which is only 38%, but they were the hot shooting team on the day.
Well, when did you say Moreno and Biffle were coming back?
Moreno Wednesday, Biffle end of February.
Okay. All right, sir. Well, they'll be welcome additions when they return, no question about that. And on the bright side here, if you're a Tampa Spartans fan, the women won their game in overtime, 68-62, scoring a last-second basket at the end of regulation to send it to OT. A career-high 24 points, 11-rebound game by Dore Naj, who scored that game-tying basket in the final second.
All right, so the Spartans fall to 3-9. Embry-Riddle up, or 3-10, I should say. Embry-Riddle up to 4-9. And by the way, again, I'll mention next Saturday, Children's Cancer Center of Tampa is having kids with pediatric cancer show up to the game for free, and also, if you can, go online to tampaspartans.com and pledge for the 3-point contest to benefit the American Cancer Society. So for Scott Lynn, this is Jack Ike saying thanks for joining us, and we'll be back next Saturday at 2 for the women's game against Florida Tech.